I am Srinivas Panigrahi. I am a BTech sophomore in the Department of Metallurgical and Materials Engineering, NITRourkela. I welcome you all to the webinar on secrets of achieving top ranks in GATE examination. It is sponsored by Test My Prep. Test My Prep is an online test series platform that has been phenomenal since the past few years. Now, I deem it a privilege to introduce you to our guest speaker, Mr. Vipul Bohara. He did his Bachelor's of Science from Sainath University, Ranchi. During his bachelor's career, he developed a keen interest in areas of search engine optimization, blogging, and marketing. He has completed a lot of search engine optimization projects. He is currently working as the CEO of FindMyTest. We have another great personality with us, Mr. Vipul Bohara. Mr. Vipul Bohara did his BTech from NIT Raipur in Metallurgical and Materials Engineering. After completing his BTech, he joined JSW Steel Limited Dolby Works as a graduate engineering trainee. He appeared in the GATE metallurgy examination in the year 2020 and achieved a prestigious All India rank of 7. He is currently a scientist at the Bureau of Indian Standards. Without further delay, I invite Vipul Bohara sir for a talk. Over to you, Vipul sir.
Hello Srinivas, hello everyone. Thank you for introducing me and thank you for having me over here. I am Vipul, and as Srinivas requested us to join the webinar so that metallurgy aspirants can get benefit out of it. And actually the agenda of this webinar was to share my experience of my GATE journey. And it was GATE 2020 and now it is 2022. So yeah, I do not know much of the details. I have forgot most of the details now, but I will be sharing my journey. I will be sharing my experience because I think that is what you guys need most. Because you can learn about chapters and topics and everything on internet, in your coachings from your professors. But what you need is how to prepare. What you need is a best strategy. So basically my focus will be to share my strategy, what I did to secure All India rank 7 in GATE with you guys. So I think that will help you how I prepared and why I decided to prepare and what challenges I faced in the journey and how am I doing right now in Bureau of Indian Standards. So I think you guys will be interested in knowing it. So yeah, so let's start. Yeah, I'll be sharing a presentation that I made last night because I thought presentation is the best way to even start a webinar. So yeah, let me share.
Yeah, you can share your screen. I have given you the access as well, I guess. Yeah, you have the access.
Is it visible now?
Yeah, it's visible.
So is it visible, Srinivas?
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Yeah. So basically, as the name of the webinar suggests, the same name is here for the presentation, the secrets of achieving top ranks in GATE exam. And this presentation will be focused mainly for GATE metallurgy aspirants because there are different streams in GATE, different branches are there, and strategy will be different in every exam. Like in mechanical, there are a lot more number of peoples are there. So basically strategy will be to fight a great competition there. In metallurgy, students are slightly less than other branch and way less than the mechanical branch. So strategy will be completely different here. In metallurgy, there are not much number of coaching institutes out there, and students do not have much of the sources to study. So the strategy will be completely for metallurgy, but yeah, other branch students can also get benefit out of it because the timetable, the time management that I'll be talking about will be helpful for all of the branches. And so yeah, let's start. So this is my introduction. I graduated from NIT Raipur in 2018 and did bachelor's in metallurgical engineering. Then actually in college I was not much interested in GATE. Actually, I was more interested in extracurricular activities. I was involved in many clubs, committees. I was the head of literary committee of NIT Raipur, and also I was heading Unnat Bharat Abhiyan there. So in that year, my focus was not on GATE. So I joined the JSW through campus placements. And after working there for more than 6 months, I decided that I should prepare for GATE. Then after my resignation from JSW in April 2019, I came home and I decided to prepare for GATE. Actually, I decided earlier, then I started preparing for GATE. And then in 2020, I secured All India Rank 7 in GATE. Then I got selected in Bureau of Indian Standards as Scientist B in September 2020. And currently I'm working at BIS Central Laboratory, which is located at Ghaziabad. So actually I'm working in a lab, and I'll be talking more about BIS after the presentation. So the GATE journey, as I already told you, my first attempt was in my fourth year. I was not much serious in that year. That was my just casual attempt because I just wanted to give it a try. So I studied for like 2-3 months. I did not study much for GATE in 2018, and I secured All India rank 403 in fourth year, which is not a big deal. Yeah, anybody can secure this rank. Then I joined JSW. Then when I decided in February 2019 that I need to prepare for GATE 2020. So you see, I decided in February, and the March, not in February, actually in the late January, and the GATE paper was there to come. The GATE 2019 was yet to come, but I decided that I will not attempt GATE 2019 because without a preparation, there is no benefit of attempting a paper. There are people who just go to exams and they attempt it and just thinks that I may get lucky, but these things doesn't work. You can never get lucky without a preparation. So I did not attempt GATE 2019 without a preparation. So then I resigned from JSW. Resignation is not important, but why did I resign from there? It was just because I did not have much time there. Only 1 year was left and for my preparation, and I was not prepared well before. So I thought, since the growth in the private steel sectors other than Tata is not very good, everybody knows that. Yeah, growth is there, but it is kind of slow. You need to do something if you are in a steel plant. So I wanted to utilize my abilities and my interest in metallurgy field. I had interest in metallurgy, not very great, but I had interest. So I thought I might join a government organization, PSU, or if not PSU, I might also join MTech, but I will prepare for GATE. So I resigned. Then I planned my strategy, and I secured All India Rank 7 in GATE. I also scored 2,261 marks in BARC OCES exam. Most of you people must be knowing about BARC OCES exam. So out of 300, I secured 261 marks, and that is quite good. Anybody can tell you. So basically, what are the secrets and what will be the best strategy? The whole discussion is about that. So let me tell you, friends, there are no secrets at all. If somebody says there is a secret of achieving great rank, no, there is no secret. There are toppers who have achieved ranks, and their interviews are on websites. You can go, you can watch their videos, you can go, you can see their interviews, and you can know what they do in their study period, what did they do and what worked from them. And actually, most of the toppers, all of them, there is a one common thing in all of them: hard work, a best strategy, consistency. So these things are very common, and you need to point out what was their strategy. So basically I would suggest that you go through interviews of all your toppers, all toppers of previous years, and you list down the common things, and list down what can work for you, and then you make your own strategy. But before making your strategy, I would recommend you to go watch their videos, watch the interviews of the toppers, because that will give you motivation, and that will also tell you what your strategy should be. But yeah, strategy will be only yours. You cannot copy a strategy of any topper, so you need to make your own strategy. So I can tell you what was my strategy, but I will not recommend you to copy it. You cannot copy my strategy as it is, because it may not work for you. It worked for me. But yeah, let's see what was my study. So I think there are 5 main aspects of any study plan. I have divided the whole strategy in 5 aspects. So the first one is finalizing appropriate syllabus. First of all, you need to know what is the appropriate syllabus, not the syllabus that has been listed on the GATE website. That is a complete syllabus, but all the topics may not be appropriate, may not be relevant. They may not be as scoring as the other topics. So first of all, you need to identify the appropriate syllabus. So you have to decide what topics you need to cover. Not all of the topics you need to cover. Okay, so that should be in your mind. And then the second thing will be finalizing the relevant study material. You have finalized the topics, what you need to study, but now the task is to finalize from where to read them. So that is also a great task. That is also a difficult task, because there are multiple sources on online. You can study from multiple sources. There are multiple coachings also, books also, and multiple blogs, websites, but you need to find out the best of them, and reliable also. So we'll be discussing about that also. The third one is time management. That is one of the most important thing. You need to manage your daily time. Also, you need to manage your time of the whole strategy period, whole preparation period. If you are preparing for 6 months, then you need to divide the whole 6 months into different breakups. Like how will you read and when will you revise, and all those strategies. I'll be discussing about that also. And the 4 point, that is your revision strategy, and that is the most important thing, because we study a lot. We have studied in our college life, but we do not know much of it. We have studied since our childhood. We have been studying, but we may not be knowing everything now, because we only know what we have revised, or what we are working on it. If you are working on something, you may be knowing it, but if you have been working in other fields, you might have been forgotten all the things that you learned. That is very common. That is very humanly thing. All people forget. So there's no shame in it. And fifth one is self-evaluation and mock test. Mock test and practice is very important, and you need to self-evaluate yourself. Like, how are you doing? Are you doing well? Can you score in the GATE exam? So you must be very confident how much score you are going to get in GATE exam. If you have very well self-evaluation plan, you will already be knowing it. So we will be discussing on that also. So the first one is finalizing the appropriate syllabus, the relevant syllabus. So basically what I did, actually, I took help of previous year GATE papers, because when I studied the GATE trend, I realized in metallurgy specifically, the questions and the topics are always repeated. If you see that last 20 years papers, you will find that 90% of the questions have come from the similar topics. I'm not saying the questions are as it is. They questions are never same. Most of the time they are different, but the topics, the concepts, they are almost same in the 20 years pool. If you study the last 20 years paper, so I'll recommend you to collect 20 years papers. Then I'll ask you to divide the questions of these papers into the GATE syllabus. There are 7 major sections in GATE syllabus, like thermodynamics is there, rate processes, extractive metallurgy is there. So there are seven sections in GATE. So what you need to do is you just see a paper, like if you have a GATE 2019 paper, you note down. What you have to do is see a question, then mark the name of the section in front of that question. So you need to divide all of the questions into the subtopics, into the topics, and into the sections. First of all, you will divide this into the sections, then you will divide them into the subtopics. So by the end of the 2 days or 1 day, that is the exercise of whole 2 days. So within 2 days, you will be knowing like from which topics, how many questions came. So you will have that data, and that data is very important. Okay. So now find out the types of these questions and relevant subtopics and note them down in front of the topics that you have already written down as per GATE syllabus. Yeah. So now you have the list of the topics that have come in the GATE exam, and that is the syllabus. You don't need to study anything else. Now you have the topics, you have the concepts, you have the subjects from which the questions are coming in GATE, and believe me, only 5 or 10% questions will be coming out of that syllabus that you have now finalized. So now you have 90% of the syllabus in your hand, which is comparatively very precise, and it will save your time. Many people study a lot and they find that they do not know much of the answers in GATE, so that will not happen if you have done this. So now finalizing relevant and sufficient study material. You have finalized, now you have finalized the syllabus. Now you have to finalize from where to cover that syllabus, and for doing that, I always suggest students to stick to the standard sources. You need not to study from the different websites. I would suggest you always stick to the standard sources. What are the standard sources? Standard sources are they are your college study material that your professor has told you. They are the standard books and NPTEL lectures, NPTEL video courses. They all are the standard courses. So you need why do you need to study from standard courses only, standard books only? Because many a times you will find that people challenge questions in GATE, because sometimes the questions are from the concepts which are confusing, and if you do not study them from a very standard book or a reliable source, you can never challenge a question, you can never be confident in the concepts. If something happens, if you are very doubtful in a question, you can refer any standard book, but you cannot refer a website. There are different opinion on websites. Yeah. So these are the list of the books. First one is thermodynamics. Gaskell is very famous among aspirants, and then Indra Ghosh is also there. You can follow both books. If you have have lack of time, then you can go for Indra Ghosh. But if you have plenty of time, like if you are in your third year, then you can study from Gaskell. That is very good book. Then rate processes for rate processes, you can refer A.K. Mohanty. For corrosion, Mars G. Fontana is there. William D. Callister is there. Callister is very sufficient, but if you want to study in details, you can go with Fontana. For mechanical metallurgy, the very famous book here, everybody study from this book only. That is George Dieter. That covers almost all the topics. And for some topics like defects in crystals and elements of dislocation theory, you can also study from Vijendra Singh. And for physical metallurgy, Vijendra Singh covers majority of the syllabus. And Callister is also a good book. Raghavan is also a good book for material science. And for extractive metallurgy, HS Ray is the best book. And you may not refer HS Ray, you can refer NPTEL lectures also. They are very sufficient. And iron and steel making, Tupkar is there, A. Ghosh is there. Now I need to tell you that these books contain vast information. They cover the topic in very more details. You do not require those details. That is very vast. You need to study as per the GATE syllabus that you have listed already before. What topics are there? What are the concepts that you need to study, which have come in last 20 years? So you need not to study everything, and you should be very selective while studying. That is very much required, because time is the very precious thing in your preparation, and you cannot waste it. You are not doing a PhD. You need to know that. Okay, so be focused on covering the relevant syllabus only. And I also want to tell you that significantly large number of questions in the paper do not come directly from the previous year. They belong to the same topics, the same concepts that have come in the previous year GATE. So you need to study those concepts, those topics in some in diversifying manner. You need to study them properly. You should not just कहते हैं ना रट्टा मार लिया. You cannot memorize a question. You need to study the concepts because the questions will be coming from those concepts but will be of different kind. So you need to be prepared and confident that you can solve all the questions from those concepts, from those topics. And then you would need a good command over those topics and concepts to solve such questions, and stick to the basic only. That is the most fundamental thing. You have to stick to the basics. You are not doing a PhD again. You are not doing a master's. You are just preparing for GATE exam. That is a competitive exam. So you need not to study other than the basics, and try to solve as many problems as you can. Problem solving is very important. Your brain should be you have to practice your brain also. Like you may be knowing a concept, but when a question comes in front of your eyes, you may not solve it. You might stuck, and that happens with all of the aspirants in GATE exam. So you need to have a good practice on every type of questions. Now the time management, which is very important. So for making your strategy, what I did for preparing a good timetable. So divide the GATE syllabus as per your command and start preparing in the following sequence. So command in the sense, what topics are your you must have studied all the topics in your first year, in your second year, third year, and fourth year. So some topics are very good that you must be having more confident in some topics and less confidence on the others. So divide the syllabus as per your command. Syllabus of what? Not the GATE syllabus, the syllabus that you have finalized by studying the 20 years paper. So you need to divide that syllabus into three parts. The first one, your weaker areas, which are very important for scoring purpose, from which topics from which more number of questions come into the GATE. And then the secondly, your stronger areas, and third, your weaker areas, but which are not so important for GATE. So you have to divide your weaker areas in two types. First one will be from where questions come, and the second one, less questions come. So scoring and less scoring. So your weaker areas which are more scoring, you need to study them first. Then you need to cover your stronger areas, and at last you will be covering the weaker areas which are not so important for GATE. And why so? If in at the last of the time when you are studying for GATE, like it is December or it is November, and you do not have much time, now you will, if you have plenty of course to cover, you will get underconfident, believe me. So you do not want to lose your stronger topics for that time. You do not want to lose your weaker portion which were very scoring. So the less important portion will be covered at the last. Now the importance of a topic can be divided by the ratio average marks covered by the topic in previous years divided by time required to cover the topic properly. So let's say a topic in previous year, like any topic is there from which questions come of 5 marks, like that topic has 5 marks weightage, but it requires your 20 hours to cover. And there's other topic from which 7 marks questions are there in GATE, but that requires your almost 100 hours to cover. So of course the first one is more important. So that ratio you need to always divide your topics as per this ratio, which is important and which is not. And then the last 1 month of your preparation should be mostly focused on revision and practice. Yes, सभी एस्पिरेंट्स यही करते हैं, सारे गेट टॉपर्स ने यही किया है कि आपका जो आखिरी महीना होगा, योर लास्ट मंथ शुड बी फोकस्ड ऑन रिविजन ओनली एंड प्रैक्टिस ओनली. If you are lacking the time, let's say you can dedicate 15 days at least, but you need to dedicate your some time, 15 to 20 days at least, for only revision and practice. But इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि you will not be revising the topics throughout your preparation time. No, you will be revising the topic every day, but the last part of your preparation, the last time of your preparation part will be completely focused on revision and practice. सो अब बात करते हैं टाइम मैनेजमेंट, डेली रूटीन कैसा होना चाहिए. what should be your daily routine. तो ये सब कुछ जो मैं बता रहा हूँ ये एक्चुअली ये मेरा रूटीन था जो मैंने किया है. So if like say if you are in your late third year, if you are in the sixth semester, then you have almost 1 year for the preparation. So if you have 1 year, you can dedicate 4 hours daily for your preparation. That will be sufficient, 4 to 5 hours. But let's say if you are already in 7th semester and you have almost 6 months for your preparation, you have your projects also going, you have your exams, so you might be having 8 to 6 months, but you do not have much time. So you need to put in 6 hours at least daily for your gate preparation. And since I had 8 months, but I studied rigorously only for 6 months, I put in 6 hours uh, in the starting of my preparation, and I used to put 8 hours daily in the last 6 months of my preparation part. And then make a timetable for your studies and stick to the timetable. And why that is very important, I'll tell you. Because if you do not have a timetable, most of the time, most of your time will be, wasted in just thinking, what should I do now? Your time is very precise and you cannot just think, what should I read and what should I do? That is very well planned. Your time is the most important thing in this whole preparation part. So I'll always recommend you to make a timetable, and make that timetable as relaxed as possible. Include your hobbies in that timetable, include some relaxing time in that timetable. Otherwise you cannot follow that timetable, believe me. You need to be as relaxed as possible in your preparation, because you cannot study with tense mind. And make a habit of completing your daily targets and sticking to the timetable, and that is also very important. Daily targets are very important, because otherwise you will not be knowing when are you going to complete your syllabus, and you have to stick to the timetable. And many aspirants do one mistake. They they mess with their sleep routine. But believe me, if you do not get sound sleep, you will always forget what you are learning. So you do not want to forget anything. So always get good sleep. 6 to 8 hours is recommended. Getting a good night's sleep is very important in the last day, the night just before the gate exam. And why it is very important on the last day? Because on the gate day, on the day of the gate exam, your mind should be working, the best, with the best efficiency that you can work with. Most of the people, they know things but they forget on the exam day. So that comes in the last. But still, I need to tell you that your sleep routine should be like 6 to 8 hours daily, and in the exam you need to get 8 hours of sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep at least. And you would not be getting that sleep on the night before the day of the exam if you have messed with your routine. So I'll recommend you to make a good routine and stick to that. Now, in the last month of your preparation, sync your routine with the GATE exam timings, and never rest or take naps in the timing when GATE is supposed to be conducted. And why so? Suppose the timing of your exam is 9 to 12, and if you have a habit of taking nap in that time, or if you have habit of sleeping in that time, your mind will not work efficiently in the exam day. So if 1 month is left for the exam, you better change your routine. You better sync your routine with the gate exam timetable. And that is really very much important. People do not give focus on such things, but believe me, they are more important than covering more syllabus. Now, at last, that there is a quote: "Motivation is what gets you started, and habit is what keeps you going." That quote is by Jim Rohn. And why am I showing you this quote? Motivation is what gets you started, and habit is what keeps you going. Because many aspirants do not have habit of sitting longer on table, studying more than 4 hours a day, and there's no solution to it. There is only one solution. If you want to study more, you need to study more. That is the only solution. But how will you achieve it? So I saw somewhere in a web series, maybe in Kota Factory, that Jitu sir told his students, like, if you do not have habit of studying, do it for 21 days, and that this will become your habit. And this is a simple formula. If you want to make anything your habit, do it for 20 to 30 days, and then you will find yourself habitual of doing things, of doing that thing that you want to do. So if you cannot sit on the table for longer time, I suggest you start sitting from today, and for at least for at least 20 days, then the things will not be very difficult for you. Now come to the revision strategy, and that is the most important thing. We study a lot and we forget a lot. But what is the then benefit of studying anything if you are forgetting it? There is no benefit of it. That is only time waste. So, so the basic concept is you have to revise a topic, a concept, a chapter, anything before it slips out of your mind. You have to revise it before it slips out of your mind. If you have forgotten it, then when you are revising the topic, you will take equal time as of when you took it when studying for the first time. So you do not want to spend that much time again because you have already studied it. So it is always recommended revise it before you forget it. But how will you know that when you are going to forget a topic? So you have to make a plan for your revising strategy. What I did, whatever I used to study today, I will study that tomorrow. Then I will study it after 7 days, then after 1 month, and then after every 1 or 2 months. And that strategy was told by a JE teacher actually, JE advanced teacher, and that is very good strategy. So how will you know that what topic to cover today? So simply whatever you studied last day, you have to revise it. Whatever you studied 7 days before that, you have to revise it today. Whatever you studied 1 month before that, that also you have to revise it today. So make a track of your topics, that what are you studying when. So how will you do that? So let me just read out the presentation. What you study today, revise it after 1 day, then again after 1 week, then after 1 month, then after every 1 or 2 months, or according to your memory or retaining power. Everybody has different retaining power. You need to revise as per your retaining power. Then revise the topic before it slips out of your mind. That is the most fundamental thing. Then maintain a record of your studies for tracing your revision and studying history. So you need to make a track. How will you make a track? The best way of doing this is note down the topic that you are studying today, and make a tick marking system. So you will be having a list of the topics day wise. So suppose on 21st July you studied something. Go to 21st July and see which topic you studied, and tick mark if you have revised it, double tick if you have revised it twice, triple tick if you have revised it thrice. So this way you will be knowing that you have studied them as per your plan. You have revised it 3 times, you have revised them 2 times, and this will also prevent you from revising the same topic multiple times. So you will know which topics are left, you will revise them. So make something like that. You need to have track of it. That is the main important thing. And now the short notes are very much important. People make notes, they make detailed notes, and that are never helpful. Never make detailed notes. When you are studying something, use highlighters, use pencil to highlight in the book. If you are studying from your laptop, use the online highlighters. PDF, use the PDF tool settings, but never write them down everything in a copy, because that detail will never be helpful. You need only a short notes. And how will you make a short notes? Never make a short notes when you are studying at the very first time. Make a short notes when you are revising a topic. Why to make a short notes when you are revising a topic? Because when you revise, you know which topics, which things, which concepts you are forgetting oftenly. So whatever you forget often, you need to put that in your short notes. And also what is important, what is not, you will only realize that when you are revising it. So make your short notes at the time of revision only. Okay, you can make any time, but that is what my strategy was, just to save the time. Now self-evaluation and mock test, and that is the final part. The practicing and self-evaluation is the most important thing. For doing so, you can join a test series. There are some good test series out there. FindMyTest is one of the very good test series out there for metallurgy aspirants. You can join the FindMyTest test series. You can join the other test series, but you need to join a reliable test series which provides good questions, and also have a pattern just similar to the GATE exam. And if you do not, let's say if you do not want to join a test series, then also you can make your own mock test. And how would you do that? Just in the same way I did. Uh, Remember, I told you to collect 20 years papers, but I did not ask you to solve them. I just asked you to divide the questions as per the topics. You haven't solved all of them. I have not asked you to solve them. Why so? Because I want you to solve the last 10-year paper, the recent 10 years paper as mock test. You can solve the previous 10 years because they are not much, the pattern has been changed and they are not much relevant. The pattern is not relevant, but the last 10-year paper, they are you can use them as your mock test. So when you are attempting a mock test, either on online test series platform or the previous year paper, always do it on your computer or your laptop. Always do it while sitting on a chair and a table, and set a timer if you are solving a previous year paper, and if you are solving a previous an online test on a test series platform, then they have timers, so you need not to worry about that. And always use a scientific calculator also. Why so? Because you want to create an ambience same as of the gate exam. You want to create a situation just similar to the gate exam, because you are training your brain for attempting the exam, that you never get nervous. You need to be sure that you do not get nervous in the exam. Most of the aspirants lose 5 to 10 marks just because they were nervous and they left some questions or they just did some mistakes. You need to avoid those mistakes in the exam. How would you do that? You will practice every day just like you are attempting a gate exam. So let's say there are 15 days or 1 month is left for gate exam. You start solving mock tests online. If you do not join test series, solve the gate papers just as you are solving the gate exam. Then then you have to analyze what went wrong, why your marks are not coming well, why are you not scoring much, what are your weaker areas, then you need to improve on them. The main reason for mock test is just to, just to devise a best strategy for attempting the test. Mock tests are not used for improving your knowledge. You improve your knowledge by studying. Mock tests are used for finalizing a best strategy, that you attempt a paper in the best possible way, that you save your time, you never get nervous and all such things. So now let me read out the presentation. After finishing a topic, solve as many problems as you can related to the topic. More number of numericals and concepts based questions have started coming in the exams. Yes, that is true. From 2016 afterwards, more numericals are coming in the exam. Either join any test series or use previous year papers that I have already told you. So everything I have told you. Uh, I think I have told all of these things to you. So thank you very much. That was about the gate exam, and I think if you do prepare in this way, or in your own strategy, if you use some points that I told you, they are very helpful. So what is the conclusion of my presentation? That is, you need to revise a topic daily. I mean, you need to have a revision plan that is working out daily. You will have a Excel sheet or a notebook where you have written down on which day you prepared which topic, so that you will be knowing on which day you are going to revise it. Never leave all the topics for last 1 month for revision. Some people do this. They revise whole syllabus in last 2 months, last 3 months. But believe me, when you are studying a topic for very first time, there will be some concepts, a feeling that you will be imbibing when reading that book, reading from the book, and you will completely forget that thing when you are revising after 3 months. So you do not want to lose anything, any concepts, any feeling, anything that you have studied from book. Also, I want to tell you that while studying from a book, use pencil, highlight there only, and whenever you are revising, read it from where you studied for the first time. Mock test, mock short notes are not for complete revision. Remember, they are only for quick revisions. For complete revision, you need to study it from where you studied for the first time. Yeah, you will leave most of the thing while revising, because you will be knowing what is important. You will be star marking things. You will be highlighting things. Okay, so your revision strategy is very important. And what is the other conclusion? The other conclusion is your timetable and making habit of studying longer on the sitting table. You need to study uh, like 2 to 3 hours continually, because the gate paper is of 3 hours. So make a habit of studying for 3 hours straight. And how will you make that habit? The 21-day formula. Do it for 21 days, then you will have that habit. Okay, thank you very much. And that was all about for GATE. And now, since I'm working in Bureau of Indian Standards, if you guys want to know about my interview experience, I can share it. Otherwise, we have short time. Uh, we can discuss about BIS in the question answer session. That will be okay. Yeah. So again, I want to thank Srinivas, and I want to thank Steellun team, the team as 3.0 and NIT Rourkela for inviting me here and having me over here in this very good and very helpful platform for GATE aspirant. I will request you to organize such events frequently so that all of the students can get benefit out of it. And this is really a very nice initiative by you guys, and thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir, for such an insightful talk. It was motivational for all of us. Now I invite the CEO of FindMyTest, Vishal Bohara, sir. Vishal, meanwhile, the participants can type your questions in the chat box. We will address them at the end of the. We'll address them after at the end of the session. So now I invite Mr. Vishal Bohara, sir. Sir, please. Vishal, sir.
Srinivas, I think he is not there in the meeting, but can directly move into the question answer session if the participants do have any queries regarding gate preparation or anything in general and want to ask Vipul sir, then they can raise up their hands or can just unmute themselves or can write the questions down in the chat section, whatever is relevant to them. It's better if you raise up your hand. Yeah, Shantanu has one question. Shantanu, please proceed.
Yes, so good evening, Vipul sir. Actually, my question is related to the preparation thing. Like you told that you prepared when you were in working as a company, working in a company in JSW. Like I want to know what is the like you can give a kind of tip to a pre-final or final year students, because in our engineering we also have to like attend classes, complete the projects and all, so we kind of get less time for preparation.
Can you
So
revise the question? Can you revise the question?
yes sir,
Please,
so I
please repeat
yes
the
sir.
question. Yeah.
Yes sir, so my question is basically related to the the tip you will give to a pre-final or final year student who is preparing for gate, because in engineering we do have to like maintain, like we have to give
Sorry,
some
there was an internet problem actually.
okay,
That's why
so is my voice audible?
the conference. Therefore, you need to repeat the question. Sorry.
Yes sir, so can you like listen to me clearly, or is
Yeah.
there
Now,
some?
now, now it's okay. Now it's
Okay.
good. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So, like I was asking, what would be the most important thing a pre-final or final year student should keep in mind while preparing for GATE? Because in engineering we do have to study for the semester exams. We kept in we like we get busy in, like finishing the subject sorry BTech project. So we kind of get less time. So like how could we utilize that time efficiently and work on like on the grade preparation? So can you please like
Yeah.
suggest some ideas on it?
This is actually a problem with every GATE aspirant who are actually in their college days. So for that, I already told you that you need to make a timetable first, and make the timetable very flexible, very relaxing. Include your project time in the timetable, include your college time in the timetable, include your hobbies also there. So the timetable should not be very, very rigid. That's because your projects are also very important. and your final year exam is also very important. So first of all, you need to start your preparation as early as possible, because the more time you have, more time you can put in for gate preparation. So if you are in third year, you need not to worry, you have plenty of time. You just need to put 4 hours daily for gate preparation. In initial days that will be difficult for putting 4 hours, but when you make a habit of it, you can do that. Some of my friends in my college days, they started preparing from third year, and they did very good in gate exam when I was in fourth year. But the basic concept was they were studying daily. If you do not study like for as per your timetable, don't worry, you need to study daily. That is the main thing. Someday you may skip your timetable, but don't make it habit. Skipping your timetable should not be your habit, and you will achieve it. And second thing is, since gate syllabus is very vast, as it appears in gate syllabus, okay, actually it is not very vast, it is very precise. Gate syllabus is not very vast, but when you look on the gate portal, it is very vast syllabus. You need not to study everything. First of all, your first 10 days should be on devising, on finalizing a strategy that will be continued throughout your gate preparation strategy, gate preparation time, throughout your preparation. So first, how will you do that? List out the topics which are important. You need to cover those topics only. So this way you will reduce your preparation time. You will be able to give focus on only important topics only. And also join a test series if you are in college, because practicing is the most important thing. And I will not emphasize on joining a test series, but at least solve gate previous year papers as mock test. That is the important thing. Many students only prepare for 3 to 4 months and they score very well in gate exam. And why do they do that? Because they were only studying as per the gate syllabus, as per the gate previous year trend. So previous year trend, people just, I don't know why they do not give much focus on it. But when on any day you just take previous year paper, you will find out 70% questions are repeated. If you see 20 years of paper, 70% questions are repeated. Yeah, means almost same. So gate exam is not very tough. Yeah, you can put only 6 months and you can excel. So don't worry. But what is important, your concept should be very good. When I'm saying they are repeated, I'm not saying as it is, means they are from the same concepts, as I already told you. Why people do not score in gate? Because they are not studying relevant things. You need to study only relevant part. That is the key, and you can do that in short time also. Okay, is it helpful?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's very helpful, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other question, or should we hand over to FindMyTest?
I think there are no other questions. We can conclude now.
Hello. And now I invite the CEO of Test My Prep. The
It is
CEO of
FindMyTest.
Find My Test. Sorry, lady, sorry. The CEO of Find My Test, Vishal Bohara sir. Vishal Bohara sir, please start your talk.
Hello everyone, this is Vishal Bohara, founder of FindMyTest.com. Firstly, I would like to thanks for having me in this webinar session, and thank you uh, the team of ACE 3.0. And thanks a lot Vipul for sharing an amazing strategy with the students of NITRourkela. Everything has been shared related to gate preparation and strategy by Mr. Vipul. So I think nothing is here to share more for strategy and all. So Vipul shared his thoughts about the importance of the mock tests, for gate exam. I totally agree with Mr. Vipul. And guys, if you are preparing for gate, then you should join a reliable test series. So, guys, one of the GATE 2023 topper is in between us, you don't know about him, and even you don't know yourself too. Because मतलब कौन टॉपर बनेगा तुम्हें भी नहीं पता, और तुम्हें ये भी नहीं पता कि तुम टॉपर बनोगे या नहीं. Don't worry, our expert teams will guide you properly to become a topper of GATE 2023. Yes guys, हम सिर्फ टेस्ट सीरीज ही नहीं देते हैं, हम पर प्रॉपर गाइडेंस भी देते हैं. फाइंड माई टेस्ट के व्हाट्सएप सपोर्ट चैट पर हम पूरे देश के एस्पिरेंट्स जो कि गेट एग्जाम की प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं उन्हें प्रॉपर गाइड करते हैं, और उसका हम कोई भी चार्ज नहीं करते. लेट मी टेल यू समथिंग अबाउट द findmytest.com. Last year the number of registration were around 200, and this year guys हमने इस नंबर को बहुत ज़्यादा इंक्रीज किया और स्टूडेंट्स ने हमें बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार दिया. Right now we have 1800 plus students on findmytest.com, with more than 600 students from metallurgical engineering branch. Guys, last year we had around 3000 questions with 70-80 tests, 70-80 tests, and कि हमने उस नंबर को कहाँ तक ले गए. Our team worked very hard, and make the digit of the question numbers from 4 to 5. Yes, now Find My Test platform has more than 10,000 questions with 370 tests. Yeah, और ये टेस्ट सभी बनाए गए हैं गेट एस्पिरेंट्स के लिए. और guys, last year are one of the aspirant who secured all India rank 1 in GATE metallurgical engineering, and a lot of students secured double digit ranks in GATE 2021, and we are waiting for the result of 2022. Find My Test has more than 40 experts who prepared the test for various branches, including metallurgical engineering, and our GATE experts who prepare the tests, they are just not a GATE qualified. They are just not a GATE qualified. They are the topper of the GATE exam. या हमारे पास जो भी टीम में मेंबर हैं उन्होंने सिर्फ क्वालिफाई नहीं किया है गेट को, वो अपने टाइम के टॉपर्स रहे हैं. लाइक गेट ऑल इंडिया रैंक फर्स्ट, सेकंड, 7, 6, 8, 11, I think 20. A lot of experts are there who secured a single and double digit ranks, and right now they are preparing the test for the GATE aspirants on findmytest.com. And guys, अगर आप जब गेट की प्रिपरेशन करते हैं तो थोड़ा सा लगता है कि इट विल बी अ वेरी टफ एग्जाम एंड ऑल. सो आप चिंता ना करिए, गेट इज द बेस्ट ऑप्शन फॉर योर करियर. सो बट तुम्हें कौन वो मोटिवेशन देगा? सो फाइंड माई टेस्ट की टीम 24/7 is available on WhatsApp support chat. You can note down our WhatsApp support chat, which is 95099399058. I'll share the number with Srinivas and he will share the number with you all guys. Okay, our experts do time to time webinar with the GATE aspirants. होता क्या है कि टेस्ट सीरीज तुम्हें कहीं भी मिल जाएगी, वीडियो कोर्स भी मिल जाएंगे, सब कुछ मिल जाएगा. लोग अपना प्रोडक्ट सबको दे देते हैं, सेल कर देते हैं, बट उसके बाद वो भूल जाते हैं कि उनके एस्पिरेंट्स क्या चाह रहे हैं उनसे. बट फाइंड माई टेस्ट ऐसा नहीं करता है. फाइंड माई टेस्ट आपकी प्रॉपर हेल्प करेगा. फाइंड माई टेस्ट आपको एक प्रॉपर टाइम टू टाइम गाइड करेगा. फाइंड माई टेस्ट के जो एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, फाइंड माई टेस्ट के जो टॉपर्स हैं, उनके साथ आपका वेबिनार होगा, और उस वेबिनार में Q&A सेशन चलेगा. वहां पे आप पूछेंगे कि मुझे ये नहीं आ रहा, फॉर एन एग्जांपल मुझे थर्मोडायनेमिक्स का ये टॉपिक नहीं आ रहा, हाउ कैन आई कवर दैट टॉपिक एंड हाउ कैन आई अंडरस्टैंड द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ थर्मोडायनेमिक एंड ऑल. सो वहां पे टॉपर्स होंगे आपके साथ 30 मिनट के सेशन में सब कुछ क्लियर करेंगे, और एक प्रॉपर टाइम टू टाइम वेबिनार सेशन होना, टाइम टू टाइम प्रॉपर गाइडेंस होना, उसके साथ ही आप विक्ट्री हासिल कर सकते हैं गेट में. सिर्फ टेस्ट देना या सिर्फ पढ़ना, इससे आप कोई भी विक्ट्री हासिल नहीं कर सकते किसी भी एग्जाम में. सो एक गाइडेंस बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करता है. सो वो गाइडेंस हम फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट देते हैं व्हाट्सएप सपोर्ट चैट पे 24/7. और वो गाइडेंस ऐसे ही हर कोई नहीं देता, वो गाइडेंस टॉपर्स के थ्रू मिलता है, और पूरे ऑल ओवर इंडिया से हमारे टॉपर्स होते हैं और वो आपके लिए गाइड करने के लिए बैठे होते हैं. वहां पे थोड़ा डिले हो सकता है, बट यू विल गेट द आंसर ऑफ योर क्वेरी फॉर श्योर. लेट मी टेल यू कि findmytest.com को क्यों लोग इतना पसंद कर रहे हैं. लास्ट ईयर हमारा 200 तक रजिस्ट्रेशन था. अब ये नंबर इतना ज्यादा कैसे हो गया, हमने ऐसा क्या किया? Guys, because we have a very smart test with detailed solution. Find My Test provides topic wise test, subject wise test, and of course full length test. टॉपिक वाइज में भी हर एक टॉपिक के टेस्ट आपको मिल जाएंगे. कुछ टॉपिक को कंबाइन करके बनाया हुआ है टेस्ट, बट मोस्टली सभी टॉपिक्स के टेस्ट आपको मेटलर्जी के स्टूडेंट अगर आप हैं तो आपको मिल जाएंगे। सब्जेक्ट एक प्रॉपर जो सिलेबस में गेट का जो सिलेबस दिया है उसमें जो एक सब्जेक्ट है उन सब्जेक्ट के अकॉर्डिंगली हमने टेस्ट रखे हैं जिससे कि स्टूडेंट का प्रिपरेशन बहुत अच्छा हो। And last year, let me share a very good news with you. It's a good for us actually. Last year we received we received a message on WhatsApp that a student was claimed that 7 questions were similar to GATE 2021 paper. Yes, guys, but we didn't check that yet. Similar तो क्या होता है कि फॉर्मेट थोड़ा सेम होता है, बट स्टूडेंट जब क्लेम करते हैं ना कि हमने ये वाला क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट किया था फाइंड माय टेस्ट की टेस्ट सीरीज पे, सो यू कैन थिंक अबाउट इट कि वो टाइम कितना अच्छा होता है। हमारे लिए तो होता ही है, बट वो स्टूडेंट भी सोचता है कि मैंने इस क्वेश्चन का प्रैक्टिस किया हुआ है एंड ये मेरा मुझे प्रैक्टिस था, सो ये मेरा करेक्ट भी हो गया है। सो हमारी जो टीम है वो सिर्फ क्वेश्चंस ही नहीं बनाती, उस क्वेश्चंस को एक तरीका देती है बनाने का। उस क्वेश्चन के जो सॉल्यूशंस होते हैं वो बहुत डिटेल्ड होते हैं, जिससे कि अगर आपका टेस्ट सीरीज अटेम्प्ट करते टाइम भी अगर आपका क्वेश्चन गलत हुआ है, सो डिटेल्ड सोल्यूशन देख के आप समझ सकते हैं कि मेरा गलत हुआ तो क्यों हुआ। एक छोटा सोल्यूशन नहीं होता है, पूरा डिटेल एक्सप्लेनेशन के साथ वो सोल्यूशन मिलेगा आपको मोस्ट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस का। And guys, we have a great news for you that we received too many requests from metallurgical students for video course. So we are going to launch a video course for GATE metallurgical engineering aspirants, and the video course will be available soon on findmytest.com, and you can ask about the video course on our WhatsApp support chat, which is 9509939058. And so you have to be connected with the team of findmytest.com, and the team is available on WhatsApp. And that's it, guys. So guys, start preparing for GATE 2023 if you are in the final year or third year, or if you are in a second year, so make the target of 2024. Focus on your goal, think about GATE, and start talking with yourself that you can do it. You will be the topper of GATE 2023, and definitely FindMyTest team will help you to crack the GATE examination. And I'm repeating our support chat number once again. Please note down, guys, 95099. I'm repeating again, 95099 39058. 95099 39058. And we don't charge for that any guidance related to GATE examination. And the number is available on findmytest.com website also. Thank you so much for having me in this session, and thank you Srinivas, and I forgot the name of other members of ACE 3.0, so sorry for that. Actually I was connected with Srinivas in this time of period, so that's why I forgot the name of any other members of the ACE 3.0 session. So it's really amazing. It was really amazing for me, and once again I would like to thank you to all the team member. That's it.
Thank you very much, sir. We are glad to have you as an official sponsor of H 3.0.
Thank you.
Now I request the convener of H 3.0, Satyajit Panda, to deliver the vote of thanks. Guys, stay tuned. We will have the closing ceremony just after this session. Satyajit Bhaiya, please.
Yeah. So, okay. So thank you, sir, for giving us such an enriching talk about GATE preparation, and also FindMyTest is the official sponsor of this event. So yeah, thank you again.